More than 1.2 million legal and illegal immigrants migrate to the United States every year. Many argue whether the government should pass a law making it mandatory for them to learn the English language. Others argue that America was founded on the principles of fairness and giving everyone a chance at living the free life, but not contingent on their language skills. According to a poll given by Hart Newhouse, which was released by the Wall Street Journal and NBC News, 89% of the respondents support having all immigrants applying for citizenship being required to learn English. I'm going to share with you the reasons I believe it would benefit not only immigrants, but America as a whole, and why I also believe the U.S. Constitution should be amended to make it a requirement for immigrants to learn the English language. Making it mandatory for immigrants to learn the English language would help the communication barriers. It would open up so many doors for opportunity for these immigrants. Stop and think about how many immigrants are held back in their jobs and stuck in low-paying jobs because they do not have strong communication skills needed to communicate with their customers, or how many immigrants miss out on job opportunities because of communication barriers. That is sad, but unfortunately it is true. More often than not, employers will pick somebody they can trust to get the job done, and if they cannot communicate well with you, then they will not be able to trust in you to get that job done. Lack of communication skills can also lead to misunderstandings, and we all know that misunderstandings can lead to assumptions. And assumptions can lead to very dangerous and sticky situations. Making it mandatory for immigrants to learn the English language would benefit them because they could more fully understand the rights that protect them as U.S. citizens. They could more fully understand the laws that protect them. They could fully understand the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that outlawed discrimination towards racial, ethnic, religious, women, and minorities. Making it mandatory for them to learn the language of the land would allow them to understand the fine print in whatever situation that they are in. According to a blog that was posted by Dave Jordan, other countries have made it mandatory for immigrants to learn the language of the land. Italy, for example, has passed that law. They passed this law to protect the culture and respect the history. Austria is another example. Austria requires that you learn the language within 5 years of residency or you will be kicked out of the country. And then there is Britain. Britain passed the law so it can help weed out those who do not plan to contribute to the British life. If these laws are benefiting those countries, why couldn't it benefit the United States as well? I, for one, would like to protect our culture and the history of our land. The more than 1.2 million immigrants that move to the United States each year are coming here in search of the free life. They come here because they want better for themselves and their families. They come here for work, they come here to live, and they come here following a dream. Would it make a difference if these people knew how to speak English? I think so. I think it would help them understand their rights. They would be able to live easier if they had good communication skills, which would also help them understand simple directions or instructions on filling out a basic application for employment. I believe they would have more employment opportunities if they could speak the English language. It is time for changes to be made to unify Americans. It is time to do what we have to do to help immigrants coming into this country. It is time for all U.S. citizens to speak the language of the land, and it is time to make it mandatory for all immigrants to learn the English language.